introduced us to two women's wellness disruptors who are trying to make the topic of menopause less taboo.
Jill Angelo founded Genev in 2016. It's an online clinic for women in menopause.
Lisa Catholic is the founder and producer of the web series Hello Pause, and we're also joined, as I mentioned earlier, by Dr. Tara Shirazian, a gynecologist at NYU Langone Health. Welcome to all of you, and we are trying to normalize the conversation about menopause. How big a stigma is it still, do you think?
It's still a huge stigma. It's something most women that come to us at Genev, most of them say, just tell me I'm not going crazy, because nobody talks about it, so we just don't know what's going to be happening in our bodies.
Do you find that women want to talk about it because they go to health professionals and they can't get answers?
Oh yes, I can't stop them from talking about it once we open up the topic, but they're all talking about it behind closed doors and in forums, and that's why I wanted to do the video series is, when we see other people that look like us talking about it, then it does make us feel like we can open up and share.
I mean, is it something that comes on gradually? Like you get a symptom here, you get a symptom there. I know you were having trouble just getting diagnosed because of these random symptoms that are popping up. I mean, are there flags that it's like, oh, okay, I'm going into menopause now?
Yeah, I think there's a range of different types of symptoms, and for each woman it's very different, and it can start very early. So literally menopause is between 40 and 60. So some women go into menopause early, some go into it late, but there's a whole area called perimenopause, right? And that is very fluctuant in each woman. So you could have symptoms years before your periods ever stop.
So if you go to a menopause specialist, which I have to be honest, I never even heard of a menopause specialist until right now. But if you go to one, is there hope? I think, Dill and I were just saying, I mean, does it feel like you're in a cloud all of the time? I mean, can you find ways to get your energy back? Can you find ways to get clarity and all of that good stuff?
Yeah,
this isn't doom and gloom, right?
One of the first gynecologists that I went to see actually just put me on B12 shots. There was no mention of perimenopause for energy, and it wasn't until I started seeing my girlfriends in the waiting room all getting B12 shots that I started to clue in that there was something else going on.
There's so much talk about hormones, and there are alternatives to if you don't want to take hormones, whether it's B12 shots, acupuncture. What are some of the things that brought you relief?
Hormones.
Right. But yeah, and the big thing is, I shouldn't take any hormones. But for millions of people, hormones is the best solution to sleeping, to getting rid of brain fog.
Diet's huge. I've cut out caffeine. I've cleaned up my diet significantly. I make sure that I get good exercise. I think there's a lot of lifestyle changes that we can do if you don't want to do hormones and you want to do alternative treatments. Acupuncture is amazing for helping balance hormones. So
One of the things we do at Genev, it's really a modern approach to menopause care, and it's an online clinic, so women can go the more traditional route and connect with a doctor via telemedicine and explore hormones, but they can also connect with a health coach and take more of a lifestyle approach. All of our menopause health coaches are registered dietitians, and so they will work with women more on their lifestyle and just even emotional support going through the change.
And Jill, you surveyed, about 6,000 women to kind of just get an idea of what's going on in their head. What are the biggest challenges and what are the biggest things people are concerned about when it comes to menopause?
First and foremost, we have a free menopause assessment at genev.com that women can take. And this is over 6,000 women have taken this. And more than anything, they just really tell us, I'm not getting the support that I need. Women want it normalized. And then the reported symptoms, fatigue, sleep loss, emotional, just health, mood, and, anxiety.
One of the things I've discovered, because I'm considerably older than my colleagues here, and you're just saying that you didn't even know there was such a thing as menopause specialists, doctors don't do a good job of talking to women about how their health changes by the decade. So women who are in their 30s are focused on something else. 40s, 50s, 60s. How can doctors do a better job, and how can women ask better questions about what's ahead for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, I don't know that there's this idea of necessarily a menopause specialist. I don't think you can look up necessarily a group of people that specialize per se in that, but gynecologists, so people who just specialize in gynecology and kind of listed among the list of specialty services that they offer are probably well equipped to answer questions.
Hormone specialists.
Hormone specialists, yes. But I think you want to find those doctors that really care about these issues and will counsel you and offer you a wide variety of different types of treatments that kind of take it on as their issue, basically.
But then you won't have to go through what she did, like go through multiple doctors, so they can be better aware of what's going to happen when they turn 40, when they turn
Exactly.
50.
So I have women who come in and they're like 42, 42, 43, and they say, what can I expect? What's ahead? So I actually think that we should prepare women a decade earlier in terms of their health. We should say, okay, you're 42 now, but in the next 5 years, you might start to experience these symptoms. This is what's happening.
Yeah, I'm like, thanks.
You might
Happy
start to
holidays.
feel mood changes, you know, you might start to feel like you can't lose that extra 5 pounds that won't come off, because that's a really common one that
It's a
women
great
come in for.
discussion.
So I really think that preparing them early and helping empower them is the key.
And understanding that your health will change by the decade. That's the most important thing that women need to understand, that what worked for you at 30 might not work at 40, 50, and 60.
And I have to say, I didn't want to acknowledge that I was getting older, and we have to, admit that when we're in our late 30s and 40s, the last thing we want to do is think about getting older. And it's great, by the way. 50 is great. It feels really good. I'm happy here, and if we can remove that stigma too, then I think more women would be more willing to seek out information and advocate for themselves.
Thank you guys for coming. And for the spouses watching, I know a lot of you guys are in this just
Yes.
equally vested too, you know what I mean? So we're all in this together. Jill Angelo, Lisa K. Slack, and Dr. Tara Chirazian. And of course, Maria. Thank you for coming in. We'll be right back.